Hello everyone, this is White Fox here with another game of Spirit Island. I'm going to be sticking with my Habsburg series. I've done them the last two games, and I'm going to play them again, this time at Habsburg level 5. So this is a difficulty 9 game. The only difference between 4 and 5 is that they get the extra reminder token here. So after the 4th turn, they get the kind of a burst of immigration and get an extra city and 3 towns, which does make them a lot more difficult. So we'll see if I can get a win against Habsburg that way. And against Habsburg today, I'm going to be playing with Sunbright Whirlwind, as well as Lightning Swift Strike, using the wind aspect. And I don't think I've played the wind aspect on a recorded match yet. I'll see if you can see that there. But it replaces the special rule Swiftness of Lightning with Wind. So Exaltation of the Storm Wind. It's fast power. You target another spirit. You and target spirit may make each of your non-major may make one of your non-major slow powers fast if you have 1 air, which you usually will. With 3 air, you and target spirit each gain +1 range with all of your powers this turn. With 4 air and 1 water, you and target spirit may push up to 2 explorers from one of your respective lands. And then with 5 air and 2 water, you can repeat the power. So kind of a sporty spirit. And I just thought it would be fun to pair that with Sunbright Whirlwind. It's a gusty game that we're going to have, blowing around these Habsburg invaders and trying to stop them from doing bad things. So yeah, I think I am good. I've got my board all set up here, so I'm going to flip my initial explore, which is mountains, and then we'll get started. So let's get these explorers into the mountains. The mountains were empty, aside from that coastal 2, so that's going to be good. I think I'll be able to stop a lot of these mountains before really bad things happen. Just by pushing stuff around. So let's go with Sunbright Whirlwind first. I think I want to get to 2 card plays this turn, because that'll let me push some stuff with my innate power. And push out these explorers. Stop the builds is probably going to be okay. Then I'll be able to deal with the towns that get migrated in pretty easily, I think, in the next phase. So let's go ahead and go with, I think, Growth 2, gain 4 energy, and add a presence. I also get 1 energy, well, I'll save that. Add a presence from bottom, so I can get to 2 card plays. Actually, let me move these down a little bit so I can do my card plays up above. I think you can still see the wind aspect there, okay? I'm going to go ahead and add this presence. Let's see, it's just range 1, so I'm going to add it into land 5 here. And push that explorer. I guess I'll just stack up in, well, no, I don't want to stack up in land 2, because then they'll do extra damage. So I'll put him into land 7. That's with my special rule, a stiff wind at their backs. After I add presence during growth, I can push up to 1 explorer or Dahan from that land. So that's my special rule. Okay. Then I get 1 energy for presence, and I get 2 card plays. One of these I'm going to be able to make fast, most likely. I do have Violent Windstorms. Well, actually, no, because I'm not going to play any cards this turn with Lightning Swift Strike. I'm going to do the standard build where you just don't play anything. Sadly, some of my Sunbright Whirlwind cards got bent, which is no fun. So actually, yeah, I'm not sure that I need the 2 card plays this turn. I was going to push up to 1, but I don't know that I really need it. Scatter to the winds might be better. So yeah, I think I'll just go from, I'm just going to do 1 card play this turn. I'll go for 2 next turn. And this way I have a lot of energy. I'll be able to put off my reclaim for a while. I think this will be okay. So I'm just going to play Scatter to the Winds. Not worry about land 8 just yet. And with Lightning, I'm going to do a very standard Lightning opening. Go growth 2. Go 2 from top. Just try to expand somewhere so I can get better coverage across the island. So let's see, 2 range away. Probably here for now. That way, all of board F is 1 away from a sacred site, and I can start getting into board E soon. And going with 0 card plays. If you're just getting into two-handed games, Lightning is a really good one to pair with other spirits, not just because you can make slow powers fast, which is great for everybody, but also they kind of just go on autopilot. It's a little bit different with the aspects, but still pretty standard growth patterns with Lightning. Alright, so I'm ready for my fast powers. I have none, so I'm going to go to an invader phase. Flip an event just for timing's sake. Then the actual invaders. I feel like this brightness got messed up again. 1 second, everyone. Looks way too bright. That's better. Okay. Hopefully that didn't negatively affect the viewing experience too much, but I think that's a little bit better. Problem, I'm playing this game throughout the day. I need some blackout curtains for this room so I can control the lighting just a little bit better. Alright, so they're going to build in mountains. So lose this. Thanks. Use that. Get that and that. And then we'll shift over and do the migrations. So board land order, going to be board E first, there's nothing to gather. Board F will gather from land 7. Land 5 will gather from land 7. Board F4 will gather from either 2 or 7. I think I want to get stuff out of the inland if I can. So let's gather from 7 and gather from 8. Alright, and then explore in jungle. That should be alright. Okay. So that's done. I go to slow powers. I have Scatter to the Winds. So I can choose up to 5 explorers, towns, or Dahan and push them to as many different lands as possible. So I'm going to go ahead, use a 2 range from land 5 into land 4 here. Don't want to cascade early. Actually, cascade early might not be the worst thing in the world, just to get extra blight onto that board to deal with the Habsburg escalation, especially since there's no Dahan there, there's no presence there, it might not be too bad to just let that cascade go. Then I only have to let one Ravage go to deal with the escalation a little bit easier. So I'm not going to scatter land 4 to the winds. Instead, I might just scatter land 5 on this board, because I'm going to get a double escalation here anyway. I don't want to lose a bunch of presence. That way I can push some Dahan around as well to deal with stuff. So let's do that. I'm going to target land 5 here and push some of these to the wind. That's that. Alright, so that's done. I'm going to go back to growth. With Sunbright Whirlwind, I want to do growth 3 so I can gain a power card. I have a lot of energy. I'm going to have, let's see, 7 energy already. I don't think I want to get a major just yet, though. I'm going to get a minor. Maybe a major next turn. My choices are Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth, which can do some damage, especially in sands and wetlands. Purifying Flame has good elements. It can remove blight or do damage per blight. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Uncanny Melting, another blight removal. Not as good elements, and it's a little bit more, well, it's not more land restrictive, it's still land restrictive. And Veil of the Night's Hunt, also a good one. I think I like Purifying Flame here. There's going to be a lot of bite on the board, so being able to remove that and being able to do damage per blight as well is pretty nice. And it's got great elements. It's got sun and air. So let's go with that. Alright, and where do I want to add my presence? Probably over into, let's see, I've got a range of 4. So I can stop a build over on land 5. So let's do that. I'm gonna go over here, push this guy, I'll just push him into land 4. Stack up a little bit there, because they're not going to do 8 damage. I'm not playing against Habsburg 6, so they don't get the extra 2. So that's okay. So stack up there, that'll be fine. I get 2 energy, just for presence. I'll find another 2. There we go. And then I have 2 card plays this turn, so I'll be able to hit the first level of my innate. Might have been better to try to unlock 3 card plays for the second turn, just so I can get the, and just underplay, so I can get to level 3, but I think it's okay. So Purifying Flame, I'm going to lose my Sacred Sight, so I can't play Purifying Flame this turn and really use it effectively, so that's not going to be the thing. And same with Tempest of Leaves and Branches, so neither of my Sacred Sight targeting powers are going to work this turn. I'm going to lose this Sacred Sight during the Ravage. So I will play Gift of Windsped Steps and Gift of Sunlit Air. So only costs 1. So next turn might be a good major turn. We'll see. Just for Sunbright Whirlwind, because I'll have quite a bit of energy. We have some expensive cards, but it's not too bad. I'm doing double gift, so yeah, so I gotta make lightning effective here. So lightning is gonna go Droth 2 again. 2 from bottom. And I think the support that Sunbright is gonna offer lightning this game is gonna be pretty good, especially getting the extra energy. So let's go with move along. Let's go over to, let's see, 2 away. Yeah, I can go over to land 1 here. Alright, I gain 2 energy. And I have 3 cards. Well, I have 4 card plays. I just can't afford all 4 cards that I have. So basically 3 card plays. So don't play Raging Storm. Play the other 3. That's a very standard lightning opening. Basically, you do this and reclaim loop until you gain enough cards to do other things. But I think because I'm getting extra energy from Sunbright Whirlwind, I might be able to break out of that reclaim loop a little bit earlier. We'll see. Okay, so that was a bunch of my energy. And I'm ready to go into fast powers. So, fast powers here. First I have wind. I have Exaltation of the Stormwind. So each me and target spirit may make one of my non-major powers fast. Also, I have 3 air, so me and target spirit gain +1 range with all my powers this turn. Basically I have infinite range this game. Then I have the gifts. So gift of the Windsped Steps. Target spirit may make 1 power that says push or gather fast for this turn. So that's going on to lightning. And if I target another spirit, they gain 1 energy. So 1 energy for lightning. And then gift of the sunlit air. So target spirit gets +1 range with all their powers, also going over to lightning. And it's getting an extra energy for that. So 2 energy from the gifts. It's got +2 range from wind and exaltation of the Stormwind and gift of the sunlit air. I can pretty much hit the entire island with that, so that's great. Also, I have the first level of my innate, Thundering Destruction, which I can make fast. So, because it's a non-major. So I can either make Shatter Homesteads or Thundering Destruction fast. I can't make both fast, unfortunately. So what I will probably do, I'm gonna do Harbingers of the Wind, Harbingers of the Lightning first. Push up to 2 Dahan. 1 fear if I push any Dahan into a land with towns or cities. Okay. Then, where do I want to use Thundering Destruction? Let's see. So the thing is, my destroy towns won't completely destroy a town, just because of the Habsburg ability. Instead, they'll do 2 damage to a town. So I'd like to be able to kill everything in lane 6, clear that out completely. Let's see, if 2 of those Dahan die, 2 will fight back. It won't completely clear it out if I don't damage one of those towns. They're doing 6 damage here, so not enough for a loss condition. Yeah, let's do Shatter Homesteads over onto... Actually, I have Lightning's Boon, so I can just make every power fast here, so I can also do Thundering Destruction. So maybe I should combine Thundering Destruction and Shatter Homesteads, kill one of those towns right away. It's not the most efficient thing, but I think it might be the right thing to do. So yeah, I'm going to use both Shatter Homesteads and Thundering Destruction here, and kill a town. Gets me 2 fear from the, 1 fear from the town, 1 fear from Shatter Homesteads. I also have Violent Windstorms, which I can make fast. So I'll go ahead and push this Explorer into land 2. Should be safe unless I get an unlucky event, but I'll risk it. It's fine. Okay, I think I've used all my slow powers fast, so now I go to the invader phase. We're going to do an event first. My event is Hardworking Settlers. The latest round of settlers are regrettably diligent, focused, and curious. You may act cautiously in the background. On each board, push up to 2 Dahan. Add 1 town to a land without towns. Immediately ravage on the land with the most invaders that matches a ravage card. Don't love that. Or I can create unnerving distractions at the cost of piquing their interest. Ravage cards skip up to 1 matching land on each board. Players choose which, 1 fear per player. Remove the bottommost Stage 2 and Stage 3 cards in the invader deck from the game. I think I like that. Yeah, just more control. Letting the extra ravage go through is not great. I would lose 2 presence here. I would do like 3 cascades, so I don't love that. So I will create unnerving distractions. Remove the bottommost Stage 3 and Stage 2 cards from the game. One fear per player. Okay, so this will be a fast game. Beast prey on the injured. This turn, beasts count as badlands. On each board, destroy a damaged invader with a land in a land with beasts. Okay, doesn't happen. Okay. Ravage. They're skipping 1 ravage on each board, so I will skip land 2 ravage here. No ravage there. Here, I think I want to let... Which one do I want to let go through? Let's see, Dahan will fight back there. I'll lose 1 Dahan, then they'll fight back and kill some stuff. Not sure. I think I'll let the land 6 one go through. So they will kill a Dahan. Remaining Dahan will fight back. Clear that land out for me. And then skip the land 4 ravage. Alright, build in jungles. explore into jungles with escalation. So, get double jungle. Oh, and migrations happen. So, board land order. So migrate here, migrate there, there. Then the explorations. So this will be interesting. If I can get on top of this situation with the double ravages, then it'll set me up pretty well. But if not, then I'll be in trouble. So I do get a double escalation on each board. Put those there, here, and here. Okay. And then I have no slow powers, so that's it. Go back to growth. Okay, I'm going to be reclaiming with lightning. Get all these cards back. Get 1 energy. Get a power card, which is going to be a minor. So Skies Herald the Season of Return. Call to 10 to remove Blight is okay. Call to Isolation or Entrancing Apparitions. So nothing with fire, which is unfortunate. That's really what I wanted. And since there's nothing with fire, I could maybe go into air-water for wind. Defend 2 potentially is okay, actually. Now let's go with Entrancing Apparitions. I get 2 energy just from presence. And I can play 4 power cards. So I'll play everything except Raging Storm. And yeah, I've got some stuff. Okay, with Sunbright Whirlwind. Tricky. Okay. So they're gonna build lots of stuff. Okay. So how do I want to do that? Let's go with gaining a power card. And I think got a lot of energy, so I think I want to get a major. I'm going to be able to get 3 card plays. So I won't be able to make this major fast. Well, I will with Lightning's Boon, potentially. So let's see. I've got Unrelenting Growth. That's always good. Spill Bitterness into the Earth. That's pretty good against Habsburg, I think. Yeah, I actually don't mind that. Instruments of their own ruin, also pretty good. And Weave Together the Fabric of Place. That's also pretty good. Because it lets me weave together a land without blight with a land with blight, so I can... okay. So I can do more damage to towns there. Interesting, interesting. So that might let me deal with land 7. Spill Bitterness in the Earth also would, though. And I could potentially hit the threshold on that. I just need one more card with water, I think. It's pretty easy for me to hit the threshold and weave together the Fabric of Place, though. Not this turn, but in future turns. And the Isolate's really strong. So it's a tough choice. Instruments of Their Own Ruin, also excellent. I do have Animal, so I can potentially hit the threshold on Instruments of Their Own Ruin pretty easily. But again, not this turn. And it's not great this turn. So I think I will go with Weave Together the Fabric of Place. And I'm going to have +1 range with all my powers, so yeah, it'll be easy to hit that. Let's just forget Scatter to the Wind. It's a good power, but I think I can get around it with Weave Together instead. I get 2 energy. I'm going to play Tempest of Leaves and Branches, Weave Together the Fabric of Place, and Purifying Flame. It's an expensive turn, but I think it's worth it. Gonna be a very interesting card. Okay, so that's that. Let's see, how am I doing? Good. All right, so card plays are done. Let's go into fast powers. I've got a lot. So with Exaltation of the Stormwind, me and Sunbreak Whirlwind can each make one of their non-major slow powers fast, have +1 range with all of their powers, and I have the 3rd level with 4 air and 1 water. So me and target spirit may push up to 2 explorers. Oh, I didn't add a presence yet. Let's go from bottom. I'll add that to... let's see, get a sacred site over here. That lets me push out of there. I think I'll have a fear card this turn, finally. I want to push the Explorer, then Han. Let's push the Explorer. And see if I can get that to Han to fight back for me, maybe. Okay, so that's that. That's that. Okay, got lots of range, so I'm going to go ahead and use Entrancing Apparitions to defend 2 over in land 3. I'm going to Weave Together the Fabric of Place in this land, lands 4 and 7. So those are now 1 big combined land. In that combined land, I'm going to use Tempest of Leaves and Branches from 5. Choose up to 5 different invaders and 1 damage to each, so that'll kill the 5 explorers. And then I'm going to use Lightning's Boon on Lightning Swift Strike, so it has more fast powers. And it's going to destroy one of these towns for 2 fear with Shatter Homesteads, and then it'll destroy the other town with Thundering Destruction. And I can destroy them because that blight is part of this combined land. This will be a good turn, actually, I think. We'll see what happens. So I've used Lightning's Boon, Shatter Homesteads. I have not used Harbingers of the Lightning yet, and I won't be able to use Purifying Flame. I also do have Violent Windstorms, so I've got a bunch of stuff to do. Okay. So Harbingers of the Lightning. Let's see, where do I want to push some Dahan around? Probably just into land 5, so I get a counterattack. Yeah. So let's push 2 guys into there. 1 fear. And then I have Violent Windstorms, which I can make fast thanks to Exaltation of the Stormwind. I've got the second level, so I can do 1 fear and push up to 2 towns or explorers. Let's see, I'm going to get a lost condition. And actually, I think I want to change my defend 2 from land 3 here over to land 5. Either way, they'll fight back and kill stuff, but this will save some presence, so I think that's better. Okay, but I do still have violent windstorms, so let's go ahead and push some stuff. Where do I want to push though? Can push a bunch of things. Maybe out of land 2, F2 just to prevent lost condition ravage. That might be best. Yeah, they're doing, let's see, 7, 8, 9 damage there. So yeah, I'll prevent the lost condition ravage. I'll push 1 explorer and stack up into that land. Then 1 fear. Push up to 2 towns or explorers. Stack those towns in the corner. And I think that's everything. I've still got Purifying Flame left, but I'm going to use that in the slow phase. So, go to an event. Outpaced. Now, humanity has always been faster than you, but the invader's terrifying speed catches you off guard. Each spirit chooses independently for each of their slow power cards played this turn. Stay steady and slow. Discard the power card. Gain 1 energy plus the card's permanent energy cost. Or work to match their pace. Pay 3 energy, or you may destroy 2 presents to resolve the power card now instead of during the slow phase. I'm going to... I only have 1 slow power, so it makes it easy. I'm going to do Purifying Flame and just get energy back for it. So, I think Outpaced is one that's being retired in new rule set that's coming with Nature Incarnate, but at least this particular turn it didn't hurt me. I'm getting lots of fast powers. Alright, so that's that. Even this out a little bit. I will be getting a new setup here soon. I just haven't had time, but pretty soon I'll have a new table setup, which hopefully will be a little bit better, a little clearer to see things, and a little bit more organized. This might be the last time with this setup, probably the second to last time. Alright, so that's Outpaced done. Lingering Plagues on each board, add 1 disease. Ignore disease during builds this invader phase. Let's go into... the sands, potentially scary here. And then Raids and Force. Each spirit chooses a different land where Dahan outnumber towns and cities. Each Dahan does 1 damage. Okay, interesting. So I can do, well, it's not going to do a lot because of these durable towns. So right here, 3 damage. Not enough to kill this town. It's got 2 health left. This one's got 1 health left. So it'll die soon. Okay. Alright. Ravage. So Fear card first. Flee the Pestilent Land. Each player removes up to 1 explorer or town from a land with disease. Okay. Get to remove 2 towns there, which is really good. And then we go into the Ravage. So first, they will Ravage here successfully. Unfortunate. I lose a presence. Right here is defending 2. Dahan will fight back. Kill that town. This one's empty. This one, town will kill 1 Dahan. And then they'll fight back and kill that town. So not bad. My board's looking pretty clear right now, but unfortunately, I do pretty soon have an adversary thing coming up. Their big immigration. So I gotta deal with that when it comes. So that was my Ravage. Next, I have a build. So I'm gonna build in jungles. So no build, no build, no build. 1 build. migrations, board land order. So land 1 here first. I'll gather. Let's see, from the coast. Now I'll gather from the inland. Here has to gather from there, which is fine. And here, I almost got rid of all the towns, but it will gather from there. Coast. Coastal. Okay. No escalation. I guess that's good. Do have 2 coastal jungles though, which is risky. Those lands are getting just hammered 3 times in a row. And they did take flights this time, so I have to be careful about that. Alright, and that's that. No slow powers, so discard cards and go back to growth. Now I know that both spirits are reclaiming, so that's pretty easy. I'll do the reclaim first on Sunbright Whirlwind. Gain a power card, I'm going to gain a minor. Oh, sorry. One more thing that happens at the end of that turn is Weave Together the Fabric of Place resolves, because when this effect expires in kind of cleanup, I can divide pieces as I wish. So I'm going to move this one into land 4, and that leaves land 7 empty, despite the migration, which is really good. So that's kind of why I set that up the way that I did. Alright, so I gain 1 energy. Gonna gain a minor power. I've got flow down river, blow down wind, which is just pushing stuff, which I can make fast pretty easily. Mesmerized Tranquility is fantastic against Habsburg. Isolate target land, each invader does -1 damage. It's also free. Trap the Forces of Corruption, gather up to 1 blight, isolate target land. When blight is added to target land, it doesn't cascade. Also really good against Habsburg. And Infested Aquifers, which just can add disease, do fear, and do damage based on disease. I'm not going to take that one. So between the other 3, all of which are really good. Pushing blight around also pretty good against Habsburg. So let's see. The isolate is great. That'll let me deal with land 3. On board E. Off element though, which means I won't get the 2nd level of Violent Windstorms this turn. Not sure how much that matters. I think Mesmerized Tranquility is just too good not to take. Trap the Forces of Corruption is also very tempting. Yeah, well, I don't have a presence in land 3. So I might not play it this turn. It's still good. But I'm debating whether flow down river, blow down wind might be better for this particular turn. I don't think so. I think Mesmerized Tranquility is too good. So even though I won't play it this turn, I'm going to take that. Okay, gain my 1 energy. I gain 2 more as well. So I have 6. So I could do another play with Weave Together the Fabric of Place. but I don't have the card plays yet or the elements unlocked to get the kicker. I would like to play it with a threshold, so I'm going to save that until next turn. So with that in mind, I might underplay this turn. Let's see. Well, let me reclaim on lightning first and see what I get. So again, gain an energy. Gain a power card. It's going to be another minor. Pretty standard for lightning unless you're playing immense. So sap the strength of multitudes, defend 5. If I have air, which I always do, increase the power's range by 1. That's pretty good. Song of Sanctity. Can remove blight. It's alright. Cycles of Time and Tide. I always like that card. If there are Dahan, add 1 Dahan. If there are no Dahan, remove blight. It's a good card. And Call to Ferocity. Again, how did I end up with... Well, I have 1 card with fire, so I guess that's okay. So Call to Ferocity is the only card with fire. I might have to take that just because. And it is gather up to 3 Dahan. If target land has Dahan, 1 fear, and push 1 explore and town. That's not bad. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's do that. Call of Ferocity is going to be the play. It's got fire, which I need. So, I don't know. Maybe the defend 5 is better this turn, and I can just keep... I don't need to destroy a city this turn. Defend 5 would potentially help me deal with land 2, stop a cascade, or land 5 potentially. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with sap the strength of multitudes instead for that defend 5. Reclaim. I gained my 1 energy already. Gained 2 energy just from presence. And the defend is good. I have ways to move Dahan around, even though I've lost a couple already, so I can defend some stuff. Okay. So I know when I'm doing with lightning, pretty much, I'm gonna be doing Lightning's Boon, Shatter Homesteads, Harbingers of Lightning. I'd like to do 5 card plays. Unfortunately, I can't. So. Maybe you don't need Lightning's Boon. I think I do need Lightning's Boon. It's probably not Harbingers. I don't have 3 fire doing that. Wow, okay. Yeah. Let's not do entrancing apparitions. See if I can deal with that. Okay, so that's fine. Let's save a little bit of energy, which is good. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Okay, so now I'm Sunbright Whirlwind. And I can let that go. I'm okay if that cascades, I think. It'll help me deal with the Habsburg escalation okay. It will push me into a blighted island, though. I don't want a double cascade. So what can I do? I'm going to save Weave Together. This might be an underplay turn where I don't necessarily play 3 cards, just so I have more for next turn with air guaranteed. So the gifts might be okay. That'll give me some flexibility going into next turn. Actually, it's a pretty good chance that I'll get a card with air from the draw. What were the minors that I did? I got Mesmerized Tranquility. Maybe that's not the right choice. I'm not sure that I'm going to find a good use for it. It would be good in land 2, but I think I'll have other ways to deal with it. So I'm going to change that around and go with Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind instead of Mesmerized Tranquility. No, retconning stuff, but I'm still on the same turn. So that's my choice. It's all happening simultaneously, so that's okay. That way I can play this alongside Tempest. I'll probably save. I can use that better next turn. Alongside Weave Together the Fabric of Place. So this might be a turn to use both gifts as well. Oh, Purifying Flame, not bad either. Potentially gonna lose my Sacred Site, so I'm gonna save Purifying Flame. So let's go with both my gifts instead. That's happening. Nice cheap turn, save some energy for next turn. And next turn, I'll be able to hit the threshold of Weave Together the Fabric of Place, which is going to be very, very nice. Okay. So I think I'm all set. So let's go into my fast powers. And I think, yeah, coming up soon, I'm going to get a bunch of stuff on the board, which is okay. I think the board is pretty cleared off right now. So I'm in a not a terrible position anyway. So let's get to it. So fast powers. So first I have wind. I think I have the second level. So yeah, each of these spirits can make one non-major power fast and gains +1 range with all their powers this turn. Then I also have Lightning's Boon, which I'm just going to use on Lightning Swift Strike, so it can kind of push stuff around. Sap the Strength of Multitudes is going to go here in land 2. So that's defended 5. I'm also going to use Shattered Homesteads here in land 2. Destroy that town. Gets me 2 fear. Let's see, that's defended 5, so if I can push them to Han in there, it's probably good. So I'm going to also use Harbingers of the Lightning to push these 2 to Han into land 2. That gets me another fear card. So that was Harbinger, Sap the Strength, Shatter Homesteads, and Lightning's Boon, and Exaltation of the Stormwind. I also have Thundering Destruction. So Thundering Destruction, I only have the first level, destroying a town. Might save that, make it slow. Or I could just do it over in land 3. Let's see, I've already got 3 Blight on board F, so I can maybe just stop that. Also, Gift of the Sunlit Air and Gift of Windsped Steps are going over onto Lightning Swift Strike, so it gets 2 energy from that. The range and making a slow power fast is not helpful, but the energy is. Flow Down River. I've used Shatter Homesteads. I haven't used Thundering Destruction yet, have I? I don't think so. So where do I want to use that? I could use it in land 3. I don't really have a great place to let that blank go, so land 3 might be the best. Yeah. Let's do it in land 3. And with the extra range, I can do that. So that's 1 more fear. And then flow down river, blow down wind. Can push something. Let's just push. I can stop a city build, I guess. I've got a fear card, so I might get defense in land 5. I think I'd rather stop the city build in land 3. Just because I don't deal with cities particularly well. So yeah, I'm going to push that town out of there. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So I still got violent windstorms, and that's the only thing that I have left. Everything else is played. So let's go. Hit an event. So promising farmland, 1 explorer, 1 per board, place 1 town instead of 1 explorer. Don't love that. Beast provoked, on each board add 1 beast to a land without blight that has a town. Sure. Gain a defense, during ravage in each land, defend 1 per Dahan in the land. Great, that's what I needed. I'll leave that there. Fear card. Terror level 1 still, each player adds 1 strife in a land not matching a ravage card. Alright, so these are going to get migrated, so that's a good one to do. Maybe the city over here in land F is, or E2 as well, because that's going to be difficult to deal with. So yeah, that's the way to go. Okay. Ravage. So they're ravaging here. It's defended 7 now. So that a Han will fight back, kill the city, and an explorer. That's 2 fear. Right here is defended 3. The Han will fight back, doing 6 damage, which is enough to kill that durable town. This one's empty. This one doing 1 damage, defended 2 anyway. So Dahan will fight back and kill that guy. No blight added. Building coastal. So no builds. Build a town. Town. Migrations happen. Board land order, so E3 first. Nothing to migrate in there. Same with E2. E3, E1, actually. I'll take this one, I guess. F1 has nothing to migrate in. F2, I'll get this guy. And F3, nothing to migrate in. So not too bad. My coasts are, my inlands are very empty, but I'm about to get a big influx of invaders. So, but first the explore. I think this when revealed. I'm not sure. I think the explore happens before the immigration here. So that's how I'm gonna play it. So explore first. Sands with escalation. The inland sands are isolated, so that's good. Escalation happens once on board F. Happens twice on board E. Then I get the immigration here. So when revealed on each board, add 1 city to a coastal land without a city. Not ideal. Let's do it into this one. Add 1 town to the 3 inland lands with the fewest blight. So that'll be here. My board was looking so clean. And sitting on this board, let's do it. I'll keep land 3 empty. Just throw it there. And hopefully I'll be able to deal with that. Maybe just put it in land 2 and just let it go. Not sure. Oh, without a city, so yeah. No, I have to do it there. Okay. So that's Habsburg's nonsense. Yeah, that's... Oh, and one exploring once per board placed one town instead of one explorer, so... Yeah, actually, even more towns in those coastal sands. It's from Promising Farmlands. Alright, so my board went from looking really good to looking really poorly. That's okay, though. Okay. I have one slow power, it's Violent Windstorms, so I can push... I get one fear, push up to one explorer and two explorers and towns. Could just empty out F1, which is probably the way to go. Yeah. Can't completely empty it, but I can push most of it. Discard cards. And then go back to growth. So I'm still in my reclaim cycle with Lightning Swift Strike. I think I'm going to break it soon. With Sunbright Whirlwind, well, let me do Lightning first because it's easier. So it's going to reclaim, energy, gain a power card. Let's go with, I think one more minor, and then I think I'll be good to actually add presence again next turn. So let's do that. Minor powers, I've got Scour the Land, that's very good. Poison Dew, Call to Migrate, and Animated Rock Root. So one card with air and fire. So far, that's the only air and fire card I've seen in three card games with Lightning Swift Strike. Call to Migrate, unfortunately, not the best power though. Scour the Land is pretty good. I'm going to be able to make it fast pretty easily. If I want to. Yeah, I think Scour the Land's probably the play. It's just very, very good against Habsburg. Again, no fire, but that's alright. Okay, that's that. I also gain 2 energy just from presence. Alright, before I pick my cards, let's go ahead and deal with Sunbright Whirlwind. So, definitely want to add a presence. I don't know that I want to gain a power card. I think I want the energy. Let's see, I'm going to have 7 energy this turn, which is exactly enough as I need, actually. But I'm going to need to reclaim after this turn anyway, so giving some energy as a buffer for events and stuff like that is probably better. And for next turn. So let's go with 4 energy. Adding a presence from bottom. Let's set up a sacred site somewhere, because that's important. Yeah, I can remove cities, though, which is pretty good. Okay. Alright, I think I'm actually in relatively good shape this turn. Marker off. I've got enough powers that need sacred sites, so I'm gonna set up another one there just in case one gets lost. Gained my 2 energy, so yeah, let's go with these. I should have 4 energy left, so I guess I didn't gain the 2 energy from presence yet. Okay. And then with Lightning Swift Strike, let's see, I'm going to be able to deal with lands 3 and 1 using Weave Together the Fabric of Place in concert with Scour the Land, or potentially in concert with Raging Storm. I've actually got the energy for it. No, because there's not going to be a Blight there. So, yeah, I need to Scour the Land there, which is fine. I'll completely wipe those out. See, that one's probably going to Blight. I don't think I can stop land 2, but that's okay. Raging Storm might still be good. Then I can just about clear out land 2 afterwards. It's weird, you usually don't get to use like Raging Storm, but it's gonna come in handy with combinations of that and Tempest of Leaves and Branches. I also get the 3rd level of Violent Windstorms. This is gonna be an interesting turn. I'm got a lot to think about, actually. Let's see, I do need to defend land F2, so let's go with Sap the Strength of Multitudes is fine there. Not gonna have enough fire for Thunder and Destruction, but I think that's okay. I can skip that this turn. That's fine. I need Shatter Homesteads though. And maybe I'll just go with those. I don't need the extra range. Can slow play a little bit. Let that Ravage go. Yeah, I think that's alright. And then I have 5 cards in hand. So I'll be able to grow and still do a lot next turn, I think. Yeah. Because that'll let me get to 6 card plays. And that will be really good 2 turns from now. So yeah, I'm gonna underplay so I can have 4 card plays next turn. I think I can do enough with these 3 cards. And let's go. I think I already gained the 2 energy, so I should have 4. So should be good. Okay. So underplaying on Lightning, playing full with Sunbright Whirlwind. Alright, and I have a plan. Let's see if it works. Okay. So plan here. Fast powers. Let's go. So hello there.
Oh.
What's up?
Taste, please.
Taste? What is it?
Pepper juice.
Much better than last time.
Good.
Thank you. Can you close the door?
No.
Okay.
First, you go inside.
Alright. So now into fast powers. Oh, I need Scour the Land fast. That's right. There was a plan there. Okay. So I do need to play... I need both Scour the Land and Shatter Homesteads fast. Oh no, I've got... Ah, shit. No, I don't have three air. Okay. Defend 2 somewhere. Is that gonna help? Probably not. So maybe I'll just do Raging Storm. No, I don't love that. Let's do Harbingers. Okay. Yeah, it's free, so that'll be fun. Means unfortunately I won't get... Yeah, I would like to get at least Thundering Destruction next turn, so let's go with Entrancing Apparitions. That's fine. Okay, so that's that. Now I have 3 air, so I can make Scour the Land fast. That's what I want. Alright. First up, I'm going to weave together the Fabric of Place in lands 3 and 1 here. F3 and F1. F3 and E1. Those are weaved together. I have 4 air, so I have the kicker. So target land and a land adjacent to it become a single land this turn. As the terrain and land number of both lands, when the effect expires, divide pieces as I wish. All of them are considered moved. Then, because I have the threshold, I isolate the target land, isolate the join land. If it has invaders, 2 fear, and remove up to 2 invaders. I'm going to remove the 2 cities. Alright. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and use Shatter Homesteads on this land. Do 2 damage to one of these towns. Gets me a fear. And then I'm going to scour the land onto this land, destroying 3 towns. So I'll do 2 damage to the other 3 towns, and all explorers. Then it adds a blight. And because there's a blight there now, those towns are no longer durable, so they all die, because they all had 2 damage. So that's an extra 4 fear. I'm going to use Sap the Strength of Multitudes to defend 5 up in lane 2. I've got Entrancing Apparitions as well. Not really a useful place to do that. I guess I can gather that one in there, so... no, I can't. Okay. So I'll just defend 2 and land 1 just in case something happens. Alright, and I think that's it. So I've also got Tempest of Leaves and Branches. So choose up to 5 different invaders in target land, 1 damage to each of them. I'm going to be able to push some stuff around with Violent Windstorms pretty soon, so let's do that damage here and kill the 3 explorers, and do 1 damage to each of these towns. Currently they're durable, so it's not going to matter too much, but it will in the future. Okay. And then I guess actually I could use Violent Windstorms or Purifying Flame fast. Because of Exaltation of the Stormwind. So let's do that. So I'm going to target land 2, push up to 2 towns into land 3, 1 fear. For each invader pushed by this power, 1 damage in the land it was pushed to. So I'll do 1 damage, 2 damage to each of those towns. Get 2 more fear. And my board is suddenly looking a lot more clear. That's not bad. Alright, I think I'm in pretty good shape. So let's go into the invader phase. I've got an event first. Still healthy for somehow, so well-prepared explorers. For the rest of this turn, explorers have +1 health. Then I've got Beast Prowl. Each beast generates 1 fear if invaders are present, and moves to an adjacent land if not. So I've got 1, 2, 3 fear. Gets me a fear card. Still fear away from Terror level 2. I can do control spirits right now, so lots of moving around, but not so much fear. So that's that. This one moves to an adjacent land. And then Coming of Age on each board, add 1 Dahan to an inland land with Dahan. So here, here. Pretty good. Alright, fear card, Terror level 1. On each land, defend 1 per Dahan, so that's cool. Ravage. So nothing happening in land 1. Land 2 is defended 7 once again. Dahan will fight back and kill those towns for 2 more fear. Land 3 and land 1 are both empty. It's 1 land anyway. Land 2 is just going to lose its strength. And then land 3 is empty. Okay, so that's good. So that's the Ravage. Next is Build in Sands. Unfortunately, I do get my first Habsburg double town build over in land 8. That's alright though. And no build in 6. Migrations happen, so migrating from land, let's go here to there, here to there. Not great over in land 8. Being able to do something maybe. Land 6, I'll migrate from 8 as well. And then this one's isolated, so no migrations. Mountains and wetlands. Okay. Getting into 3 already, thanks to that event earlier. Alright. And nothing there because, again, it's isolated. Okay. So that is that. Now I go to slow powers. The only slow power I have is Purifying Flame. So let's see. I can do 1 damage somewhere, or I can remove a blight. Either one's okay. Keep my healthy island going for a little bit longer. Let's see. But having the blight on the board is still good because it keeps Habsburg from doing bad things. So let's go ahead and just kill this explorer so they don't get a build there. Okay. So I'll remove all my markers. Oh, I lost one of these presents thanks to the blight that I added there. But that's okay. Keep the blight in land 3. That's that. Yeah, I think I'm all set. So I'm going to discard cards and go back to growth. Weave Together so far been a pretty good major. That's was a good pickup for the spirit. Finally, I'm gonna break out of my cycle with lightning and go with growth 2. So I can add 2 presents from bottom. And I think I just want to get 2 sacred sites back up. So let's go into those lands. Replace the presents that I've lost. Okay. So that's that. I have 2 energy still. I'm gonna spend a bunch from from Raging Storm, but I can actually combo it pretty well with Sunbright Whirlwind, so that's okay. So those are my card plays. Sunbright Whirlwind is gonna reclaim. I'm gonna gain another minor, I think. Pretty happy with the major that I have. Get 1 energy as well. I've got Gift of Power. It's a little too late in the game. It would have been nice early, but don't need it anymore. Swarming Wasps. It's fine. Adds beasts or pushes explorers from lands with beasts. Gift of Constancy. I don't know that that's going to be super helpful, but it's usually a good card. Or Weep for What Is Lost. It's 1 fear per type of invader present, and push up to 1 explorer or town for blight. So that's not bad. I'll help me deal with one of these lands, potentially. There's going to be a lot of weird migrations happening this turn because all my towns are kind of spread out. And hopefully I'll be able to deal with them. I don't know that I can, but I've got some big pushes, so I think I'll do what I can to help with that. Actually, yeah, I can push all of those towns out of F8, so that'll be good. So with that in mind, wait for what is lost might be the play here, or it could be Gift of Constancy. I do like the ability to reclaim, and the 2 energy is going to be nice. Yeah, let's go with that. Gift of Constancy. So target spirit gains 2 energy at the end of the turn. Target spirit may reclaim 1 power card instead of discarding. And if you target another spirit, you may also reclaim 1 power card instead of discarding it. 2 energy is going to be the big one. Just funneling energy over to Lightning Swift Strikes that can afford 6 card plays is going to be really useful. And that's what I want to be able to do next turn. So let's go with Gift of Constancy. Got my 1 energy. I get 2 more from my presence track. I can afford to give up a couple Ravages. I've still got a healthy island, so it's not looking too bad right now. And let's see. I've got still just 3 card plays. I will be up to 4 next turn, which is going to be good. So with those 3 card plays, I could do another Weave Together the Fabric of Place play. I'm not sure where the best place to do it, though, would be. I want to be able to push a lot of stuff, so let's see. Oh, I got rid of Scatter Through the Winds. I shouldn't have done that. That's okay. Let's go with... So I can weave together maybe up in land 8 and 6 and kill everything there. That might be the way that I need to go. So let's go weave together. Do I have the energy for this? I have 7. Yeah, I think I do. Tempest of Leaves and Branches. And I need something else with air. Fortunately, just about all my powers have air. Yeah, I'll kill everything in land 6 and 8, so that's really good. So maybe a gift. Maybe a push. Push to stop a Ravage, losing a presence. Oh, that might be okay. Alright. I'm not looking too bad. I'm gonna get a lot of towns being built in land 5, but I can deal with that next turn, I think. Oh, I can push everything out of there. So it's not too bad. Yeah, I need Lightning Spear on Lightning Swift Strike, so that's okay. Let's go with Gift of Windspent Steps, I think. I don't need the extra range. I've already got the extra range from Exaltation of the Stormwind. No, I'll go with Flowdown River. Flowdown Wind. And, yeah, let's go with that. So that's that. Let's pay for my powers. 4 for Weave Together the Fabric of Place. Sorry this is taking so long. I usually don't play so many pushing spirits, but that's exciting. So I'm in a good position right now, I think. What I'm going to do first is go into fast powers. I'm going to use Weave Together the Fabric of Place on land 6 and 8 up here. Isolate that joined land. I do 2 fear because it has invaders and I have a threshold. I can remove up to 2 invaders, but I'm actually not going to do that. And the reason for that is that I'm also going to use Tempest of Leaves and Branches there to do 1 damage to each of those 5 towns. And then I'm going to use Raging Storm there. I can use that fast, thanks to Lightning's Boon, well, and thanks to Wind. So I do 2 damage to each of those towns, and kill everything in that joined land for 5 more fear. And that land is isolated. That's pretty good. Let's see, I can use one of my push powers fast. I can use Harbingers of the Lightning. Let's do that. So Harbingers of the Lightning, I get extra range thanks to Exaltation of the Stormwind. So let's push these 2 to Han into land 6. I'll let that go. Maybe I'll get defense from my fear card or an event. I get 1 fear. And I'll use Violent Windstorms fast instead. So push 1 Explorer, 1 fear, and push up 2 towns or explorers. So let's push them both into land 4 actually. And then for each invader pushed by this power, 1 damage in the land it was pushed to. I pushed 3. So I do 1 damage over here into land 3 and kill that guy. 2 damage here in land 4, which can kill one of those towns that I pushed. Going bowling, which is very fun. I guess I could have pushed everything into land 2 and killed that city. Maybe that would have been better. Yeah, let's do that instead. So instead, let's get those guys back. I'm going to push all 3 into land 2. They'll build a city back anyway. Yeah, it's still okay. And kill the city instead with that 3 damage. Yeah. And 1 extra fear for the city instead of a town. So now I have no cities on the board. I'm very far away from terror level 3 though. But really, there aren't that many towns. So I still have Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind, which I'll use in the slow phase. Everything else I think I've already done. Aside from Thundering Destruction, which I can't use fast because I use Lightning's Boon on Lightning. So I do have Thundering Destruction. I can destroy 1 town somewhere. None of the towns are in a bladed land though, so I will probably just wait until the migration. I'll use that slow. Okay. So that's good. Go to our events. Population rises on each board. Add 1 town to a land with explorers or towns. Okay. There. And there. Sand Fever Outbreak on each board. Add 1 disease to the sands or mountains with the most towns and cities. Minimum of 1. Here. Here. And Offerings of Pattern and Dance. Each spirit with at least 2 to Han among its lands gains 1 energy. Cool. That'll be both. Fear card. There, level 2. Defend 2 in all lands with presence. Nice. Each spirit gains 1 energy per sacred site that they have in lands with invaders. So that's 1 energy. And 1 energy here. Yeah. Alright, that's really, really good. Alright, so yeah, I'm in good shape. This game's looking good. I am deep into stage 3 though, and there aren't a lot of stage 3 cards left, and I'm pretty far from Terror level 3, so I'm hoping possibly for a Terror level 2 win, but that's difficult against Habsburg, so we'll see if I can get there. Let's go to the Ravage. So they will successfully Ravage here, land 1. That gets me to a blighted island. Let's see what it does. Immediately on each board, destroy one presence and remove one town. Okay. Let's go with that guy. And remove one town. Okay. Let's do that. Here, I'll destroy this guy. And just remove this town. Make it a little bit easier to deal with. Okay, 3 bite per player. Almost getting through Habsburg 5 with a healthy island. That's pretty challenging. Nothing happens in land F8. E1's empty as well. This one's defended 2 thanks to... Oh no, I needed to leave that presence there for Belief Takes Root. So defend 2 in all lands with presence. Although the defense stays there even if my presence gets removed, because it would just be defend immediately. I think I can still remove this presence and keep the defend 2 there. I'm pretty sure, because there was a presence there when the fear card happened, so yeah, it should be good. And then, yeah, so Ravage happens here, defended 2, I'll invite back. Give me another fear card. I'll look that up later, but I think that's correct. How am I doing on time? Pretty good. So Ravage is done. Build in mountains and wetlands. Nothing here, nothing there, nothing there. Get a town over in 7, town in 8. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Lots of migrations to do. So E first, E2 has nothing to migrate in. E5 does. E4 does. E8 does. F3 does not. F4 does not. It does. F6 is isolated, and F7 does not. So that's good. Explore in jungles and wetlands. That's done. Now I get slow powers. Slow powers, I have Thunder and Destruction. I'm going to use that over in land 4. Destroy this. Gets me a fear. Lots of messages coming in. That gets me a fear. Then I also have Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind, so I can push. I could push a Blight, just let something happen. Don't really want to though. I want to push this town out of there. And probably just into the sands. Or maybe stock up. What do I have left? Yeah, not a lot of damage at the moment, so... but if I push it into a blighted land, it'll be easier to deal with. No, I think that's fine. I'll leave it as is. Okay, so that's good. Discard cards and go back to growth. So I've got 4 cards in hand. I don't need to gain a new power card with Sunbright Whirlwind. Would be nice to get another card with air though, so I can get the highest level of Violent Windstorms. So, and I don't have a lot of high cost cards. So I'm going to go with gaining a power card. Although next turn I would like to do my weave together thing again. Would I have the energy for that? Let's see, I'm paying 2 this turn, so I'd have 4, 6. I would. It's a little tight, energy-wise. Let's go for it. I'll go for a minor. Reset that. So I've got Nature's Resilience, Pact of the Joined Hunt, Drought, and Steam Vents. Drought can destroy a bunch of towns. Kind of the same idea as the other card that I have on Lightning. Steam Vents is okay, but it would let me get the Drought doesn't kill Explorers though, so that's a little risky. So I probably won't do Drought. Might just do Steam Vents. Stop some builds. Yeah. It's gonna make things tight on energy next turn with Weave Together. But I think that's okay. Okay, let's go for 4 card plays. That'll get me the highest level of Violent Windstorms. I get to have this at a range of 4. Let's go over here, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. And play everything except Gift of Constancy. Okay, so I've got gifts, which is going to be good. I can give those gifts over to Lightning to get more energy. Lightning is going to gain a power card and 1 energy. It's going to have 6 card plays this turn. Well, let's hope I can finally find another card with air and fire. I could do a major. Let's see, I'm going to have 7 energy this turn. No, I want more card plays, so I'm going to stick with this. Dire Metamorphosis. It's a fun card. Delusions of Danger. Again, no card with fire, somehow. That's fantastic. Call of the Han Ways, though, is not bad, because it's not destruction. And I do have a way to get the threshold on that. So I can replace towns with the Han. Actually, that might be the best. Yeah. Don't love the others. So I'll stick with Call of the Han Ways. That back. Okay. Get 2 more energy. Let's play my new Call of the Han Ways. Alongside Entrancing Apparitions, because that's going to give me the 2 moon that I need for that. To defend 2, which I can throw somewhere as well. Might be helpful. Maybe. Oh, the other thing, I placed my presence here. Instead, I could have placed it here, push that guy out, which is more helpful. So let's go there, I think. 7 damage. Yeah, that's okay. Have to figure out something to do with those inland wetlands, though. Might have to scour the land, which is probably fine. Yeah. Not playing anything with fire, which is great. I can defend 5 somewhere. I do have 6 card plays. Let's see. Harbingers of Lightning, what are they ravaging? Ravaging Mountains. Let's go with that and that. Raging Storm's not gonna help. Yeah, I'm really just not hitting my my innate power whatsoever this turn, but I think that's okay. I don't think I really need it. So maybe I'll just save Harbingers of Lightning and play my innate next turn instead with 4 card plays. Do double 4 card play turn in a row. It seems wasteful since I just unlocked 6 card plays, but I think it's okay. I need the 3. I need the 3 here actually, so yeah, I will still go with that. Okay, that's that, I think. Yeah. Weird turn. But I think it's alright. I'll be able to deal with quite a few lands. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. So going into fast power phase, let's go with yeah, let's see. So scour the land first. I can, well, let's see, I can maybe push stuff around. I've got Violent Windstorms. So first, Exaltation of the Stormwind. I think I've got the, don't have the highest level. I get +1 range and it can make a slow non-major fast with each of these spirits. So I've also got Gift of Wind-Sped Steps, which is going over to Lightning for an extra energy, and Gift of Sunlit Air, which is going over to Lightning Swift Strike for an extra energy. The Lightning has +2 range on all its powers and can make a bunch of slow powers fast. It's very silly. So let's see. So first I'll use maybe Violent Windstorms over there. Yeah. That one I can probably deal with. Okay. Yeah, let's do Harbingers of the Lightning. I'll push these 2 to Han into land 4. Gets me a fear. I will also do Sap the Strength of Multitudes in this land, defend at 5. Then I'll go ahead and use Violent Windstorms somewhere. So I can push a bunch of stuff and do a bunch of damage in the land that I push to. Do 4 damage in the target land as well. Interesting, okay. Yeah, I think clearing out land 7 is going to be the best use of this. And I can let land 2 ravage. That'll be okay. Let's see, are they building a city this turn? I'd rather they didn't. Nope, no cities being built. It's actually not a lot of builds going out, period. So that's good. So yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to push these guys in here. I would get to do 4 damage there. I guess actually I don't need the... Yeah, I don't need the highest level of Violent Windstorms, so instead of Purifying Flame, I'm going to use Gift of Constancy. I think that's going to be better. I'm going to throw that over onto... throw that over onto Lightning Swift Strike, so it gets even more energy. Let's trade some of these out. And we'll get to reclaim a card at the end of the turn, which is going to be really useful. Alright, so that will be excellent. Dog's excited. Yeah, so that's that. Let's see. So Gift of Constancy's done. I've done all 3 gifts. Steam Vents. I'm gonna destroy this Explorer. Violent Windstorms. I pushed all of those guys into here. Get 1 fear. For each invader pushed by that power, I can do 1 damage in the land it was pushed to, which would be 3 damage. But that's not going to matter because I'm going to scour the land there, destroy 3 towns and all explorers, and add a blight. And that blight is going to make those towns no longer durable, so they will all die. And that's 3 more fear. That cleared out the inland pretty nicely. This board's looking very clean, much cleaner than I expected actually so soon after that immigration, which I'm happy about. So I've used Harbingers, got the strength, scour the land. I haven't used entrancing apparitions yet. Let's see, what's ravaging? I'll throw defend 2 over onto land 2, just in case something happens there. Might stop that from ravaging. And I think that's it. Okay, I've done my gifts, done steam vents, done violent windstorms, so yeah, I'm good for an event. Lots of card plays this game between the 2 of these spirits. Bureaucrats adjust funding on each board with 9 or more towns and cities. Build cards in the highest, skip the highest numbered, and build on each board with 3 or fewer towns and cities, which is both now. Build cards cause 1 extra build action in the highest numbered matching land, and this can affect a land without invaders, so I think that'll be okay. Because I'll just skip those builds. Okay, terrifying beasts, 2 fear per board with 2 or more beasts, so that's 4 fear. And coordinated defense, when invaders ravage, if the land has both Dahan and presence, defend 5. 2 fear cards. Panic. Each player adds 1 strife and a land with beast, disease, or Dahan. For the rest of this turn, invaders have -1 health per strife to a minimum of 1. Let's stop that ravage here in land 2. Stop the blade anyway, it's still going to ravage. And, yeah, let's see. I guess I'll put that over in land 1. And then Dahan attack. Each player chooses a different land with Dahan, 1 damage per Dahan there. Let's do this one. Let's see, they're going to fight back and kill everything there, so I don't need to do it in land 4. So I'll do land 2. Alright, this board's looking very clean. Ravage in mountains and wetlands. So 1 damage here, not enough to blight. Nothing here, here, or here. 2 damage here, lose the strife. Nothing here, here, defended 5. Dahan will fight back, kill everything in there. 1 more fear. Nothing there, nothing there. Build in jungles and wetlands. So they will get a town there, and the others are all empty. Migrations happen, so they will migrate a couple places, which is fine. We'll migrate here, and here, and here, I think, and here, and that's it. And I think I might be able to clean up the remaining towns in the fast phase next turn. Okay, now explore jungles and sands. These are isolated. Well, not isolated, but no adjacencies. Okay. Yeah, board's looking good. Slow power, so I've called the Dahan ways. I'm going to replace this town with a Dahan. I've also got, I think that's it. Yeah, that was it. Alright, so done with that. I get to reclaim one of these powers on each of these spirits, but I'm going to be reclaiming on Sunbright Whirlwind anyway, so that one doesn't matter. Over on Lightning Swift Strike, I don't have a city that I need to destroy, so I don't need an extra fire card. So I'll probably just reclaim. Do I need scour the land again? I don't think so. Probably just call the Dawn waves. Yeah. Alright. Let's go for adding 2 presents. Doesn't really matter where I put these. I have lots of range to affect the whole board. So I'll just kind of put them in the center. Get 3 energy. And play all 4 of my cards. Alright, Sunbright Whirlwinds reclaiming, gets 1 energy for that. It's going to gain another minor. I've only got 4 towns left on the board that I need to destroy in order to win Terra Level 2 victory. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do that here in the fast phase. But let's play it out. We've got Portents of Disaster, Guardian Serpents, Call the Bloodshed, and Razor Sharp Undergrowth. Call the Bloodshed would let me do damage per Dahan, which would be enough to kill that town there, so that's probably the way to go. Yeah, it's the only one that does damage, so I think that's okay. I might not even play it. Maybe something free would be better. Let's go Portents of Disaster instead. I'll make it easier to do my my play with weave together the Fabric of Place. So let's do that. That's 4 energy. I've got 2 left. So I can do Portents of Disaster. I can do Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind. And I've still got 2 left, so I can do Tempest of Leaves and Branches. This is going to be a very empty board. Okay. Awesome. So I think I'm well set to win this game right now. Let's play it out. So fast powers, I've got a couple. Let's use Exaltation of the Stormwind. I've got 3 air. So that's going to go onto both of these spirits. They each get +1 range and can use one of their non-major powers fast. That's going to be useful. I've got... let's see. I think I can just maybe destroy almost everything. Let's do this. Okay.
Go lie down. Go.
Can't use Flow Down River and Blow Down Wind.
Good boy. Go.
Problem is the towns are a little bit spread out, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Okay, so I'm going to weave together the Fabric of Place, weave together lands 3 and 2. It's isolated. I'm also going to use Portents and Disaster on that joined land, so 2 more fear. I can remove 2 invaders. I'll remove those 2. Then I'll use Violent Windstorms to push these 2 guys into that joined land. I push 2 things in, so I can do 2 damage. That will kill that town. Okay, so that's that. Let's see, I've got, I'll just use Tempest of Leaves and Branches there as well to kill the rest of these explorers. Make it nice and clean and good board. I'll use Call of the Han Ways Fast. Well, I'll use Lightning Spoon on myself so I can use Call of the Han Ways Fast. Replace this Explorer with the Han. Raging Storm will go out and kill 2 Explorers somewhere. And now I can use Shatter Homesteads over in this land to destroy this town. Give me 2 fear. And now there are no towns left on the board. I'm in Terra level 2, so that means I win. So this was a fun one. I wasn't sure how the synergy would be between these 2 spirits, but it's actually quite good, I think. So let me go ahead and score this one up, and then I will give my closing thoughts. Alright, I'm back from scoring that up. That was a 60-point game, so not too bad, especially against Habsburg. I actually really like this combination of spirits. I like the control that they offer. Getting this major, the only major that I picked up this game, as Weave Together the Fabric of Place, was fantastic. Just being able to join a couple lands, remove invaders, isolate the lands, very, very strong against Habsburg. Really, I think I only destroyed 1 city this game. One was Dahan counterattacked, yeah, so two cities were just removed from Weave Together the Fabric of Place. So of the 4 cities that were on the map, got rid of half of them with that card. Made it very effective being able to use Raging Storm, Scour the Land as well was pretty good with that card. So yeah, that was fantastic actually. So yeah, it was cool. Nice blustery game with invaders being blown all across the board. They're trying to migrate and then they just get blown backwards into a different land. Habsburg never even knew it was coming. Yeah, so like I said, I do think Lightning is a great spirit if you're just getting into 2-handed games. It's kind of autopilot for a while. Once you get, you play no cards turn 1 and then get into a reclaim loop for a while where you just keep playing the same cards over and over again. Eventually you break out of that reclaim loop, and it is much easier if you have somebody who can support you in that. So having all of the gifts from Sunbright Whirlwind, Gift of Sunlit Air, and Gift of Windsped Steps to get extra energy over the Lightning does make that easier. So that support is pretty helpful. Also, just Wind being able to make Sunbright Whirlwind's powers fast and give extra range. I'm not sure that the range actually helped that much. I had pretty good coverage across the board. But yeah, it's nice. Don't really have to worry about targeting whatsoever with these 2 spirits working in concert together. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. I'm not sure which combination I'm going to do next. I think the last spirit that I have from Horizons that I haven't done a paired match with yet is Rising Heat. So I'm going to do a Rising Heat game next. I kind of want to do it with Volcano, Rising Heat and Volcano. Yeah, we'll see. I might change that up. But let me know what combination you'd like to see with Rising Heat in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed this, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see everybody next week for some more Spirit Island.